so much of what we learn about how to keep people comfortable in their homes, is it's like life and death here in Alaska, right? So why not go to the place where it matters most, where people are not just thinking about, the niceties, like the appliances that are nice, but like, how do you keep yourself warm in winter, and how do you keep yourself cool in summer? And like, you're in a remote area, not only remote in that you're not like close to the beginning of the transmission or distribution line, but remote in that like it just kind of becomes so real by being here, by what it takes to get equipment here, and the cost additional to that is something we don't think about in the lower 48. And so this has just been a real eye-opener for me, and like how we need to think about advanced building construction. And it's not just the newest gadgets, but how do we get lightweight to get it to the people that need it most? So yeah, it's been amazing.
That was like all my questions I was going to ask. But was there anything that stood out from you? I know you've heard so much today, but like any of the technologies you saw at CCHRC or that you heard about that like seemed really cool?
Yeah. One of the things that I have been just really appreciative of hearing from Bruno is like keeping things as simple as possible, because when you keep it simpler, then you can keep up with what you've installed, that people don't have to have extensive training and over again training in order to keep this equipment, because people think of renewable energies and energy efficiency and demand response as like high-tech solutions, but some of this can be very basic, and some of this can be where you don't necessarily need to have your PhD in order to make sure that you're using energy efficiently and make sure that you're using the sun. Solar panels don't take a lot of mechanical energy. Well, none, in fact, unless you talk about cleaning the snow off. So like that kind of thing has been just super interesting and eye-opening.
Yeah, living here so long, it's like all the intelligent design goes into making it simple.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah, it's a different way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well, the last thing I would ask you is about partnerships and why these kind of partnerships are important. Like this group we have here is Colorado, Alaskans, DC, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of DC too, and a little bit of Minnesota from Matt. So, I mean, these sort of partnerships go to the like what's so important about having a diversity of ideas around the table, because if you just keep thinking the same thing by yourself all over and over again, you're going to get in a rut, right? You're going to get the same answers as to how to solve a problem. But if you get people around the table with different experiences, you come up with new ideas and new ways to resolve problems. I think that's part of it. I think also, we from Department of Energy, especially at the headquarters in DC, like we see big picture, but we have to keep connecting ourselves back to like the local issues, so that we're not designing ourselves into a box, right? So that we're not developing programs for people that it's not necessarily helping, right? So keeping yourself connected and like keeping the humanity connected to the technologies is super, super important.
It's amazing what you absorbed from today. I mean, like not just from today, but like those were all the things we were trying to emphasize.
All
too.
right.
So that's awesome.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. Last thing, can you tell me where we are right now?
We are in a permafrost tunnel. Like I learned today, it's the only one like it in the world. It is amazing. It is cold. I thought it wasn't so cold when I first came in, but it is super freezing. My feet are frozen, but this is so awesome. Like the mix of the ice and the silt and the rock, it really helps you understand, frankly, what peril Alaska is in, why it's so important and why it's life and death for us to get this right. It's taught me today to like be a little more careful if I ever do get a place up here, be careful where I buy. And it's just taught me the importance of like connecting science and research to everyday lives, which is like my calling. So